Harley Davidson touring motorcycles and the style and front fenders have really evolved over time. Guys, my name is Rick and this is the HDVIBE channel. In today's video, we're going to examine everything from the stock fender that you will see really starting way back in the early 2000s to those big wheel bagger wrap fenders to the influence now that King of the Bagger is having. We're going to actually examine 4 fenders on this Road Glide special. And Roger Murph, this one's for you. And we'll get into it right after this. So that's right, guys. Today's video is all about front fenders on your Harley Davidson touring motorcycle. As you can see, I've got the stock fender on the 2021 Road Glide. I feature some other fenders from Hogworkz, and in today's video, we're actually going to examine 4 fenders and how they look on this 2021 Road Glide special. Guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also share this with your friends. Hit that subscribe button right down here. I'd really appreciate it. And also hit that bell icon and select all so you do get notified every time I do put out new content. So the first fender we'll examine here, this is the stock Harley Davidson touring fender. This has been on Harley Davidson touring motorcycles for really a long time, probably since the early 2000s or so. So a pretty big fender covering some of that wheel. And as kind of these wheels have gotten more decorative in nature, these really kind of cover that up. But you do get good coverage all the way from the front, so it keeps debris from splattering up in the front. And as you can see, it goes way down here in the back, so you get good coverage on this cooler here so that you don't get any damage to that. But you know, this is kind of a big look, and in today's environment we're really moving from that big look fender that we might have seen on those big wheel baggers that are all wrapped around those big 22, 24 inch wheels. Obviously this is just a 19 inch, but this is kind of big. So the next fender I want to take a look at is the ST fender. Harley Davidson changed their styling in 2022 and really went to the ST fender. So I'm actually going to take this off, the stock Harley Davidson fender, and I'm going to put on an ST style fender. I'll let you guys take a look at that and we'll talk about that one. So guys, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on showing you how to take off and replace the fenders, but replacing these fenders, you've got a bolt here and you've got a bolt similar back in the back of that, and you got the same on the other side. So essentially it's just loosening those up, pulling them out, rolling that fender off gently so you don't scratch it, and then putting your new one on. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and then I'll show you an ST style fender on the 2021 Road Glide special. All right, so I've got the full-size fender off, and this, just by comparison, this is an ST style fender, and this is the one you would find probably on the current Harley Davidson, the 2024s, and if you had a Street Glide or Road Glide ST from 2022 to 2023, this is the style of fender that you'll find in that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put this on to the Road Glide, and we'll take a look and see what that looks like. All right, in Presto Magic, I've got the ST style fender on. Again, this is in black. Obviously, it's not color matched to the billiard red, but it does match the vivid black. So you can see it comes up a little bit higher here than the stock fender does. It's a little bit shorter here, and it's definitely shorter back here. It doesn't cover as much, but it still gives you some decent protection back there. So this fender, it looks pretty good, and this is the style, again, you'll find on your 2022, 2023 ST models, and then really your 2023 and a half CVOs or your 2024 Road Glide Street Glide, you'll find this type of fender on there, and that gives it a pretty good look. I mean, even the black with this billiard red, it doesn't look bad on the Road Glide special. So guys, as I'm going through this, leave some comments down below and let me know what you think of these fenders as I'm kind of going through these and which ones you like the best on the Road Glide. I'm not sure which one I like best, but I got 2 more I still want to show you that are from Hogworkz, and I appreciate them sending this out. One of them I featured in the past, but this next one is a new one in their lineup, fairly new, that I haven't shown you before. All right, guys, so the next fender I'm actually going to put on here is a Hogworkz billiard red color match fender that is their mid-length steel fender. This thing is solid. They do come in really almost every color that you can imagine for a Harley Davidson, but obviously they don't have the black accents like my stock fender has. You do need a spacer kit that has the spacer, your bolts, and your washers to put in between the fork and the fender on both sides to get it to fit tight, because this really hugs the wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt that up and let you guys take a look at what this one looks like compared to the first two that we had on there. All right, so we've got that Hogworkz mid-length fender bolted on. Again, with that spacer in between there, there's a bolt that goes on the back and a washer and your spacer, and they do supply the bolts because they are a little bit longer. But as you can see, it comes up a little bit higher on the wheel. It's very close, low profile, and it comes down maybe just actually a little bit farther than the Harley Davidson chop fender, but not as far as the stock fender. And from my perspective, I really like this look. It looks sleek, it gives it a performance look, but yet it still gives you protection back here, similar to that if you had the stock fender on there. So again, guys, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think about this fender. Again, this is the Hogworkz mid-length fender. I will have a link down here. I'm not exactly sure on the price. I think this is around $5.99. Plus then you do have to get these spacers and that kit to go with it. So I'll leave links so you can actually check out the prices. But now that we've got this one on there, I want to show you one more. And this is also a product from Hogworkz. And this is going to be a carbon fiber fender that I featured in a past video. Now we're on to the fourth fender that I'm going to put on. So this is the fender that's probably the closest to the king of the bagger style fenders. And this is from Hogworkz. This is a real carbon fiber fender. You will need that spacer kit from Hogworkz to put this one on as well, because it is very narrow in through here, narrower than the forks. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on and let you guys take a look at this. And again, this is the closest to the king of the bagger if you wanted to get that king of the bagger look on your Road Glide or Street Glide. Okay, so I've got the chopped carbon fiber fender onto the Road Glide. You can see this is the most aggressive looking fender that I've put on there so far. This really, as I said earlier, mimics kind of the king of the bagger style that you saw on the thumbnail. Again, very short up here, very close into the wheel. You can put this on either way. It's the same equal distance from where you bolted onto the forks. A really aggressive look. They do just come in this sort of gray color, but it is real carbon fiber, and I will have links to that down in the description if you want to go to Hogworkz and check that out. This is a really good price. I think these are well under $500. Plus again, you do need to get that spacer kit to fit that on there because it is very narrow into that wheel. But as you see, it does give you a good look of the wheel all the way around. Now the one thing I will say is, being as short as this is and where this wheel is, you will kick up more rocks and dirt and dust and water if you're riding, long distances. So from my personal perspective, I ran this for about 6 or 7 months. And when I went on a long distance trip, because I knew I was going to be in rain and rocks and on highways and off roads, I actually put the stock fender back on so that I had a little bit more protection back here. But if you're just running around town, commuting back and forth to work, and you're not worried about rocks and things getting kicked up your oil cooler, this is a really cool option, and the price point you really can't beat. So now that I've showed you all four of those, again, comment down below. Let me know which one you like the best from the stock Harley Davidson fender, the ST chop style Harley Davidson fender, the mid-length Hogworkz fender, or this chopped carbon fiber fender. I'm actually going to take a little bit of a break here. I'm actually going to put on the fender that I'm going to run with for a little while now. And you guys, again, leave a comment down below. Guess which one that I'm going to put on here next and show you to end up the video. So guys, you may have guessed it. I prefer this mid-length fender on the Road Glide Special. I'm going to run this one for a while, and I will tell you that this one is probably the heaviest of all four of those fenders, but it has zero flex. That thing is solid, and it will actually provide some rigidity to these front forks in addition to that Legend suspension that I have on there. So again, guys, leave some comments down below. Let me know which of the four fenders you prefer. Do you prefer the stock or all the way to that chopped carbon fiber fender, which obviously is the lightest of all the fenders and provides the least coverage across that wheel. So guys, go check out this playlist if you want to see all the upgrades I've done to this Road Glide Special. Go check out this video, and also don't forget to hit that right up there to subscribe to the channel.